Professor Zannad, how has the event evolved?
Well, it evolved first to discuss innovations in trials because there are many more new areas. We came out from the drug therapy trial, one single drug versus placebo, and this is the general framework of clinical trials so far. But over the last few years, we had many more devices submitted to clinical trials. And device trials is just something new. We need really to think all over the design of trials, of blinding, of different design features such as adaptive design, and think of the various outcomes. And this is the general trend in cardiovascular in general. There has been slowing down of innovation in drugs, and many more innovations are taking place into devices, whether they are implantable devices or monitoring devices for monitoring as well, as much as for coronary artery disease, for valve diseases, for heart failure, for many other LVAD and assist device. And the whole world of these trials is to be invented. And regulators are also keen at learning from academy, and industry are just desperate to find out the right answer in order to address the unmet need when it comes to the clinical needs, but also to satisfy the regulators. So this is the major evolution over the last few years, and the other one is the companion diagnostic and biomarker trials. Lots of investment into this, and mainly driven by small companies who cannot afford big, large morbidity mortality trials, and they are struggling to find out the right design in order to have quick answers, which may indeed be clinically meaningful. So all this created actually some new blood and fresh thoughts coming into CVCT. We keep on discussing other areas, very classical about drugs, which also has moved along because of new results. Diabetes is one of them because it has been published over the last few years that glucose lowering drugs may be harmful actually when it comes to cardiovascular safety. So the FDA and EMA actually followed up, created a new framework for developing oral anticoagulant, oral hypoglycemic drug. And then we have this year, for example, the two first ever trials complying with these new regulations. And we are examining how much complying with this regulation really helped out. I'm not sure it did help really. So these are also a new framework for the discussion, new regulatory framework. Anticoagulants is another issue with the balance between safety and benefit. And again, we are making new insight into the design of the trial in order to better understand and have composite endpoints with both safety and efficacy being taken care of. So these are a few examples, and of course the atherosclerosis area is another very important area because we are now out of the LDL lowering drug where you measure LDL and you are safe. Now there are anti-atherosclerotic drugs which act on inflammation, on different other actors which value as a surrogate, such as LDL, is not validated. So companies and trialists are desperately trying to find out surrogates. And imaging, for example, could be a good surrogate. So there is lots of emphasis this year and last year on imaging of atherosclerosis in atherosclerotic trials, whether they may help out in at least phase 2. So all these are the various directions where we try to help out design new trials in order to address new needs.
So there are a lot of meetings on cardiology, there are a lot of meetings on clinical trials. What's the secret sauce for CVCT?
Well, it has always been good friendship because this is a small word, and these people do meet in a number of meetings, but they don't have their own meeting, these so-called trialists. whether there are actually primary investigators or experts from industry who are actually designing the trial and conducting the trial, or regulators who are interpreting the trial and approving the trial. So all this is a small community where they don't have a specific place where to meet, and we have the ambition to make CVCT be the place where all these trialists meet at once. And actually, I believe, and I hope it has grown this way, because there is a sense that now, year on year, they are coming back and they just enjoy each other and learn from each other, which is very specific in this meeting, because it's not a meeting on promotion or lecturing or education. There is part of it is education, but more so it's learning from each other. Sometimes not necessarily published data, it's the unpublished experience from all these stakeholders, exchanging experiences and learning from each other. And the setting of the meeting is really made in order to foster discussion and have a short presentation and much more panel discussion in order to address the specific current situation.
Excellent, great. We look forward to that. Thanks.